Hello, everyone, and
Hi.
welcome to a different type of Disney Magic Kingdoms live stream. So, this is a help guide for a tower challenge. We did talk about doing this. The last time we had a tower challenge wasn't that long ago, and we were describing how to take part in one. And we thought, you know what, we'll do it in its own separate video just in case we do have any new players or if they change anything. So, yeah, we thought we would do that. So, hopefully, you enjoy this stream
Definitely. And
and
we've
how
included
powerful.
some of our hints and tips as well. So if you are a kind of player that knows what to do, right at the end, we've got some our hints and tips of how to do well on them. So you can always just catch the end and you might get some new ideas that you've not tried before.
Definitely. Okay, right. So, let's get into it then. So, just in case you have never taken part in a tower challenge, we thought, what is a tower challenge? So, Maleficent has come into the kingdom again and trying to bring back her curse. We have to send out characters to defeat the curse and tower. And there on your screens is the tower that she stands on. So don't get worried if you see Maleficent in your kingdom. She won't go anywhere. She'll just stay there. So, yeah, that's what we have to try and defeat.
The Tower Challenge is an event that lasts for 15 days and there are 3 chapters lasting 3 days each.
5 days each.
Sorry, 5 days each. Got my numbers muddled up then. So yeah, 3 chapters each lasting 5 days, which makes much more sense than what I said in the first place.
And also, if you are a new player, to take part in the Tower Challenge, you must first unlock Princess Dressing Room and welcome Cinderella by finishing the main storyline, Act 1, and completing Discovery Part 6. So I was kind of explaining to Sarah before we went live that it's changed from when we started playing the game.
Yeah.
It used to be that you had to welcome Mickey his pirate costume and unlock the California Screaming part of that part of land. But because they've changed the tutorial, new players have to follow this to take part in a tower challenge. And I believe the same is for a limited time event. So if you don't see it, this is the reason why. Okay, so we've got a picture here of the kingdom, and Sarah is going to go through. Is it you or is it me?
I think you were going to do this one
Oh, I was
actually.
going to do this one. Sorry, I've already fluffed it up. Okay, so here is where the tower is. It's usually where the hot air balloon is. All the events are all focused on this area. So,
Yeah, so
yes.
DMK do an update that is released just before the Tower Challenge starts. It's normally 2 or 3 days before, and this once you do that update, you'll see the hot air balloon replaced with this, and that's how it will appear in your kingdom.
Yes. So, like any event in DMK, you'll have a kind of main kind of tab that you can click on, and it will take you into the menu, which we'll see in a minute. In that kind of main tab, it will say what the event is and how long you have left of the event. So, like we say, it's 15 days that we have now. Another way of getting into the menu is by clicking the tower. Also, we have the 3 crystals. That represents each chapter. The one that is floating is the one that you are taking part in. If you have completed the chapter, it will turn grey like this one is. And then this picture, we are in chapter 2, so you'll see it floating. And then, of course, number 3 is still in its kind of hodl thing because we're not on that chapter yet. So that
Yeah.
kind of gives an explanation of that. And also, We have some second storyline to support the Tower Challenge. These ones will be with a purple background, and of course, the main storyline is the golden background. So you'll know the difference between which ones you have to do for the Tower Challenge.
Yeah, and as well, these are only able to be completed when the Tower Challenge is taking place. So once the Tower Challenge finishes, if you haven't done those kind of secondary storylines, they disappear. You won't be able to complete them after the Tower Challenge is finished.
Yes, that is totally right. Okay, so let's get on to the next one then.
Sorry, just having a little bit of tea. So when you click on that tab, either at the bottom of your screen or by clicking on the tower, it takes you through to the Tower Challenge menu. And on the left-hand side, there is the bar of kind of the different things that you can see. So the one at the very top is the milestones. The next one is the challenge itself. The third one is the leaderboard. So that'll be any kind of other events that are running throughout the Tower Challenge. There's a leaderboard for those. The event shop. So you collect Maleficent coins throughout the event and you can spend them in the event shop. And finally, the FAQs that DMK have put together. So that's a really good starting point for anyone who kind of is new to a Tower Challenge, because it does explain it with pictures and things if you need that.
Definitely. And also, we do have this guide. Hopefully, we will be able to explain it and you'll understand. But also, here at the top, I believe on all of the tabs, you'll have this blue circle with the exclamation mark in it, a question mark, sorry. And it will go through it as well. But hopefully, this will be a good guide for you. Okay, so here we go. So basically, we have 5 slots here. The first 4, as you can see, there are characters that can be sent out from certain collections. These will change each chapter, as we will see in a second. So we've got these 4 slots. Then at the end there, we've got Bruce, who is the featured character. The featured character also changes each chapter, and this character never gets tired, whereas the other ones in the yellow box do. Also, with the featured character, if you do not have this featured character, like I didn't have Bruce, all these pictures are from the previous Tower Challenge that we just had. There is a bundle that is usually available to get that feature character to help you out, but just be aware that does cost real money. So then once you have filled your slots up, there will be a button here that you'll be able to click where it says select characters, and as it says here next to it, select at least one character to start the challenge. And of course there are different amounts of characters in those yellow boxes. Definitely. Hopefully you've got all of them, and also the best thing to do is to level them up, because we will see in a second the reason why. So when you have sent out your team for 2 hours, because that's how long it takes to defeat the tower, you will receive points and you will receive coins, as Sarah alluded to, Maleficent coins. These mean different things, which we'll go through as well for you.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to be able to fill all of these slots, you'll be able to have a full team. If you do have a full team, you'll be able to receive bonus points and coins. So it definitely does help to have a full team to complete the Tower Challenge. Now, like I said, these characters here do get tired. So a way of making them untired is getting refresh tokens, which is here the kind of hot chocolate with the cookies. So there's two ways of getting these. One is the second storyline, as we said in the previous picture, or you either have characters that you send out on quests to get them, or there might be like a tapper which you have to tap, and you might get a refresh token from that. So that is a good way as well. A top tip, which we will say at the end as well, is that I usually go with my highest level characters that I only use
Yeah,
them for, and unless you haven't got one, and you want to try and make the full team to get those bonuses, then use it for that as well. Also, DMK give us a free refresh token. Now, this is for all characters in the team. It's not just one. So this is daily, 24 hours. So what I suggest is making sure all your characters are tired before using that to make the most use of it.
definitely.
Hopefully that was um, easy to understand.
Yeah, the other thing with refresh tokens, I'll say as well, is you can it's always worth using them. I found in the past, like Tower Challenge, I've sort of tried to save them for the end and things like that, and then I just ended up having them left, and
Yeah.
they don't roll over to another Tower Challenge or anything. So do
No.
just use them wherever you can. Obviously, our recommendation is to use them on the ones that are the highest levels because they bring back the
Yes.
most points, but just use them when you can because you don't want them to go to waste.
But also, as Sarah was saying, they don't roll over to another tower challenge, but they do roll over each chapter. So it's not like they
Yes.
reset once you finish chapter 1 and then chapter 2 you start with 0. You'll have them all the way through the tower challenge. So like Sarah was saying, that she saves them till the end. Sometimes that is good because, of course, like any game, it gets harder as you go along. So it is going to be getting harder in chapter 2 and chapter 3 compared to chapter 1. So it might be best to have a few for chapter 3 because you might not have all the characters there, and then you're gonna have to need to use them.
Yeah.
So it all depends on where you are in the game, in the sense of what characters you have, what level they're at. So yeah, make your own choice on that. Okay, so like I said, the characters do change in the chapters. So here was chapter two's one. So like you can see, some of the collections are different. This one was Moana themed. The last one was Finding Nemo. And then chapter 3 was The Little Mermaid. So
Yeah.
like I said, the collection, some characters are used twice, but it's more like the Mickey and Friends ones that are used
Yeah, so
twice.
the main storyline characters
Yes.
are the ones that are used twice. The other good thing that DMK do with these is before the Tower Challenge starts, when they have their update in the patch notes, they do tell you all the characters that are going to be used. So do read the patch notes, and if you've got any of those characters, especially if they're in chapter 3, you've got a little bit of time to be able to try and level them up. So
Yes.
as soon as we get the patch notes, I always open them, see what characters I've got, and then check what ones I can. I'm close to being leveled up, and try and focus on those to get as much points and coins as possible.
Definitely. Okay, well, let's go to the next slide then.
Okay, sending characters out. So we found this quite handy guide that sort of says how many points and coins you get depending on what level the characters are. So you can sort of see here it starts at you get between 30 and 156 for a level 1, and then it's right up to 300 to 585 for a level 10. So it is worth trying to level those characters up as much as you can to get them up to level 9, level 10. Both have got really good points there. And as well, we did mention it, but we've got that full team bonus at the bottom where you get so many extra points and coins. Like if you have got that full team bonus, it's really is worth taking advantage of that and doing as well as you can on that chapter. Usually you would get a legendary chest that will be available in the chest shop as well, that will be that collection. So you can, if you've got gems to spare, you could always try and open chests to get more characters from that collection. And I would say normally that we'd get a legendary chest in the calendar as well, but we believe DMK are changing this, so it's a bit watch this space with that one, as we haven't had one this month, so we don't really know what's going on with that yet.
Yes, no, definitely. Right. So yeah. Okay, well let's go and find out why we're receiving points and why we're getting Maleficent coins. So we'll start off with the milestones, which was the top tab, as Sarah said. So this is where your points come into play. So here we've got some milestone rewards. These do change, but it's usually only the first one and the last one. The middle three don't change. So we have at the start a chest where you can get tokens for the characters that are taking part in the tower challenge to try and help you level them up so you can get higher points. Then we've got some,
which is really good if you do get a chest, because obviously, so this happened to me in the last one. Just to put it into context, I opened a Little Mermaid chest and got Flounder, but obviously for the event, it meant Flounder was just level 1, so it was quite handy to get the magical chest because I got some Flounder tokens, which helped me level up quite quickly. So.
Okay, yeah, no, they are good. If you like Sarah's example, we've got some Maleficent coins here as well to try and help for what we need them for. We've got a character scroll as well, which will help send 2 characters out at a time to level up.
Yep.
And then what DMK have been doing in tower challenges recently is at the end they'll put 2 legendary chests of the collection that is coming next. So as we said, the chapter 2 was themed around Moana, so that's why we've got 2 chests there. Now the only thing with points is if you complete chapter 1 and you get over the 35,000, those points do not go over to chapter 2. When you go on to chapter 2, it resets and you start 0 again. So that's one thing that doesn't carry on from the chapters. So as you can see here, the three in the middle have stayed the same, but the 2 at the beginning and at the end have changed. So the amber chest is basically the same as what we had before. I don't know why they've got different names.
No, I don't know.
It's the exact same. You get tokens for characters that are taking part in this chapter. And then, as we said, the Little Mermaid was featuring in chapter 3, so that's why that's there. And as you can see, the points are getting higher because, of course, like I said, it gets harder as you go along. Again, the ruby chest is the exact same. You're getting the tokens, and then because the tower challenge is finishing, we haven't got a legendary chest. We get 2 attraction enchantment chests. So hopefully that will help with your kingdom. So yeah, I believe that is everything about the milestones and the points. Like they are really good, especially like the coins that helps collecting them. The character scrolls are quite good if you're trying to level up characters as well. And of course, the legendary chests are good as well if you get a character a character for a tower challenge, but also just in general, it's good to get an attraction as well. And sometimes the second storyline does need you to have certain attractions, so maybe that's where that comes good
Yeah,
as well.
definitely.
Okay, right. Well, let's go to the next one, which I believe is the event shop.
So we said about your points that you can collect, but as every time you send your team out, you also get Maleficent Coins, which you can collect to spend in the event shop. So the main kind of thing is they have a main character that you can get using your Maleficent Coins. So as you can see, the last event you could unlock Bailey from Finding Dory. You do need quite a lot of Maleficent Coins to be able to get that lead character normally. So that's why they have the event shop with lots of other things that you can buy. So you can see that you've got Nemo and Submarine Voyage there. That is the ones for chapter 1. They'll then unlock another 2 for chapter 3 and another 2 for chapter 2 and another 2 for chapter 3. One thing to note here is that the event shop, once chapter 1's finished, Nemo and the Submarine Voyage don't go away. That they're still going to be there. So if you decide, you can decide right at the end on the last day what you're going to spend your coins on. And you can see around this blue box here, they've also got mystery reward offers. So like you do with the gems, where you can watch your 2 ads to get gems each day, they do the same for mystery reward offers as well. So you can get happiness, Maleficent Coins, or refresh tokens. So all 3 of those are really handy to have during the event. So definitely I take full advantage, watch them every single time. And then we can see you've got the red box there with this is the Finding Nemo common token, and we've put big red X through that. We don't recommend you spending your Maleficent Coins on the tokens. They are not needed to welcome any of these characters. We think that they're just in there because obviously if you do welcome Bailey, you can then use the Maleficent Coins to get the tokens to level him up. We don't really recommend doing that, but it is an option for you. So they're there as well. And then the tower challenges used to be slightly different, but now so we just wanted to show the old version just in case this did come back. But you did used to have to collect those tokens in order to welcome that character. They haven't done this for a little while though, so this was just something previous that they did.
Yeah, because what we found out with our viewers and other viewers of other channels is that people are buying these common tokens by using their Maleficent coins, and this is how it used to be done, and they're for some reason still thinking that's what they have to do.
Yeah.
Spending, and they're like, well, I've got no coins left, and I haven't welcomed Bailey or whoever it is. And it's like, no, you don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is collect your Maleficent coins and try and reach that main amount, whatever it is, to welcome the character.
One thing to add on the shop, I don't think we've got a picture of it, but if you do complete the chapters, so for the last event, you had to complete chapter 1 and chapter 2, it unlocked a bonus event shop slot, I guess is the word for it, which is normally one of the princess's comfy costumes. So for this round, it was Ariel's comfy costume, because obviously Ariel was one of the collections. Lulu's Mermaid collection was the one that was in it. So it's normally kind of linked, and it will be that one of the princesses from one of the 3 stories that they use. So
yes, so yeah, like Sarah says, that there was 2 bonuses. This one that we're looking at, you could get Ariel for 1 price, and then if you completed the rest of the chapters, then you could get her comfy costume.
I forgot that you could unlock her too. Yeah.
Also, just whilst I'm thinking about it, Sarah did mention this about the attraction and the character, is that they will be different amounts. I'm not sure if each chapter it's the same price, but just keep an eye on that. And also a top tip, which I don't think we did put in, but if you are a newish player, or if you haven't got much of that content that's in the event shop, it's better to get all of that content rather than trying to get the main character. But like Sarah said, that you do have till the tower challenge ends. So if you think, you know what, I'm going to try and get that main character, and if you don't, then hopefully you've got enough time to try and get all of those characters and attractions in the event shop. So yes, we just thought we'd put that in. Okay, so the next 2, there's not much to say about them, but we've got the leaderboard. So as Sarah said, there are events that happen during the tower challenge, and I believe the leaderboard here is to do about the points. So not only the milestone rewards, the points also affect this. And then depending on where you rank, like you can see here, if you're number 1, you get all of those rewards, and the rewards will kind of get less as you go further down in the ranking. So hopefully you can do well to then get the best ranking position to get the best rewards.
Yeah. And we said about this one. So this is just some FAQs. So it kind of tells you in brief detail how to participate in the tower challenge, and then at the top left there they've got the link to the customer care. So if you were to click on customer care, you can even do that now if you want. That's also got a little bit of information on how to participate in events and tower challenges as well.
Yeah, and if you have any problems or anything, you can just press that, let them know your problem, and hopefully they get through to you as quickly as they can. Okay, right. So I believe the next one is our top tips, as we've gone through all this kind of thing. Before we get on to them, there was something that I forgot to add, literally thinking about it whilst we're going through it all. Is that not only is there the tower, as we can see in this picture, Maleficent also puts curses on our attraction.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this too.
So what you need to do is you need to search around your kingdom and see if any of them have got the kind of purple kind of glow on them. And then you have to tap on the kind of thing icon on the top, like you would do when collecting your magic, and you'll receive Maleficent coins that way as well. If you're like me, and I'm sure Sarah does this all the time as well, your gathering spell with Merlin, and that collects your magic for you just by doing that. If your attraction is cursed and has that purple glow of it, Merlin will not be able to collect that magic. So you have to defeat the curse from that attraction before you can collect the magic. So that's definitely also another good top tip, and also another good way of collecting Maleficent coins, because the further you get on the chapter, the more you get from it as well. So
it's not loads, but it is definitely worth doing it.
But it helps.
Just another thing on that as well, we said about it doesn't work with your gathering spell. If you don't uncurse that attraction, you won't be able to collect your magic. So always do click them so that you can collect your magic. And you can't send any characters out if they have to use that attraction whilst it's cursed.
Yes. And when you do get the characters up, it will say like this attraction is cursed. You can press the go button. It'll take you straight to the attraction, so you don't have to search for it if you're not 100% sure where that attraction is. and then you can defeat it that way. Okay, right. Well, let's start with our top tips. Some of them we did go through anyway, but we just thought it was best to say them once again. So the first one is, whilst playing DMK just normally, keep leveling up your characters so they are the highest level they can be for when a tower challenge starts. So because it always, like Sarah says, when you see the patch notes, you got this list of characters like, oh, right, well, that one needs to be leveled up. That one does. Oh, that one nearly is. And then you only get like 2 days to level them up. And it's like, so it's better to do it all year round, or all the time, should I say. So then you haven't got that rush of when a tower challenge comes, because the reason we're doing this is because we're going to be having another tower challenge very soon. So that's why we want to give the best tips and a guide to help you do the best in the tower challenge coming up. But yeah, so this is what we're doing at the moment, Sarah and I, is just leveling up our characters, not just because of the tower challenge, because we want to do well in the game as well. But yeah, no, it's definitely a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
So next one, I know I went over this already, but just to say again, watch the mystery reward offer ads to receive either happiness, refresh tokens, or Maleficent Coins. So yeah, it will really help in the game. And there are quite a few. I think you get 4 or maybe 5 each day as well. So yeah, just it's definitely worth taking advantage of and collecting those rewards when you can.
Definitely. Okay, so send out your characters for refresh tokens, because sometimes I forget to do it. It's easily done, and use them wisely, as we said. Use them on your highest level characters if you can, or to make it a full team, because you want that full team bonus.
Yeah, so I've had it before where I've had to basically just use refresh tokens on one character over and over again because I only had one character in that collection. But if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have had my full team. So
Yes, and also when I said send out characters, that made me think of something as well, because there was one time I forgot to tap on the featured character, and I was like, "Oh no, I didn't get the full team bonus." So
Oh, that is
just make
annoying.
sure that you're got all the slots that you can as well
Yeah.
before tapping that send button. So yes, okay, we've got one more for this slide, and then we'll go on to the rest of top tips.
Use your free daily refresh token when all of your characters are tired to make full use of it. So I always just like make a note in my head, like, okay, right, I've got 11 characters in total that I'm using for this chapter. So I won't use my daily refresh token until I've sent all 11 characters out.
Yes, no, it's definitely a good one. Okay, so like I say, this is quite a long one, but it's an important one. Don't use your Maleficent coins to get the collection common token until you have welcomed the main character, or if you need the collection common token to level up characters, especially if it is that collection, because you're going to be sending them out either for the second storyline or in the tower challenge. So you're not going to be able to be sending them out for it. So we understand that way, but yeah, you don't need to get the tokens to welcome the character. All you need to do is collect up those Maleficent coins up to that main amount that is there. And then once you've got that, if you can, then you can welcome the character.
Yeah. So this one is something that if you have the time to do it, I would recommend. So, as we said, when you are sending characters out for the tower challenge, it takes 2 hours to do so. So you could set an alarm for every 2 hours so that it's a reminder to go on your phone to collect them back in and send out more characters again. Now I know there are people that do this and do very well from this, even doing it throughout the night. Not sure I would do it throughout the night, but maybe if I'm at home for the day, I do set alarms on my phone to kind of go through and remind myself, right, I've got to go on the game, I've got to collect it, kind of thing. So
yeah, no, again, that's all down to you as a player. It's not,
yeah,
we're not saying, oh yes, you have to stay up during the night. Like, we do recommend it, not that we do it ourselves,
no,
but
we
if
don't.
you want to do well, we have seen other people that do it and they do quite well.
Definitely.
So, and
I mean,
also,
obviously, we understand that people have school, college, work, etc. So this may not work for you. But if, for example, for me today, being a Sunday, I'm at home, I could set an alarm if I wanted to remind myself to go on.
yeah, no, definitely. And then the last one. So I was trying to word this positively. So if by the end you know you have got everything you can get, hopefully there is stuff for you to get, because we found, Sarah and I, the past couple of tower challenges, there isn't really much for us to get because we've got
Yeah,
everything in the event shop. But if there is stuff, and yeah, you've got it, and then you think, oh, okay, like, what do I do now? Keep going, even though you've got everything. Keep sending them out, because your Maleficent coins will be converted into gems. Now, we did find out the last time, we were a bit disappointed with the rate of how
yeah,
many coins you get to how many gems you get. But it's still good that we're getting gems. They don't have to do that. So yeah, so no, definitely save up those Maleficent coins, because like we say at the end, and you'll get a notification 24 hours before in the game to say, remember that they will convert into gems. So
yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah. Okay, was there anything else that we need to say, Sarah? Is there anything we've forgotten,
No, I
or
don't think so. If any of our viewers are watching this and they've got any other top tips, please do pop them in the comments for other people to read. I can see that we've had some comments on this stream. We won't be reading them out this time, but we do plenty of other live streams. So please do join us again if you have popped a comment in there, and we'll catch up with you guys another time.
yes? But just remember that send out those characters every 2 hours. Defeat the curse on those attractions. Watch the ads. And I was going to say something else then, but I've forgotten what it was. But yeah, hopefully everything we've spoken about is easy to understand, and hopefully not just in the one coming up, but hopefully you do well in the next tower challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you soon. Okay, then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.